Welcome back into Main Street Living. Now, when we started this show back in 2020, the whole world obviously was turned sideways. But one good thing that happened at the beginning of the pandemic was that pet shelters across the country were nearly empty. More people working from home, they were able to welcome more pets into their lives.
I know that was so nice while it lasted, and sadly, though, that trend has turned around. Dr. Gary Weitzman with the San Diego Humane Society is here to tell us more. Welcome back to Main Street Living. Good to see you again.
Oh, you too. Thanks for having me.
As you know, I'm a proud cat mom of 4 rescue cats, so I'm always about going to the shelters and helping rescue some of these animals in need. And we've been hearing that animal shelters across the country are filling up again. What
Mhm.
is behind the surge in the number of animals needing homes?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We've been scratching our heads about that for a few months now. We're completely full here at San Diego Humane. We've got about 1,600 animals right now. And normally in the fall, we have about half of that or even fewer. But that's the case all over the country right now. And it's not about people returning their animals after the world kind of normalized with COVID. It's really about the fact that so many animals are coming in now because they're strays or there are litters of puppies and kittens happening because we weren't able to do the spay neutering that we
Mm.
would normally be able to do during COVID. To some extent, that's a fact. But I think right now it's really the fact that people got all the pets that they really needed during
Hmm.
COVID. So we've lost a number of adopters. It's not like you can keep adopting dogs. You know, when you have, I think a good number is 8 or 9, you're really done. Well, for the normal family, 1 or 2, you're really done. So that's really the issue. We have animals coming in, but we don't have the same number of animals going out. Now,
Mm.
here's the real discrepancy that sometimes is misconstrued. We don't have more animals coming in any way than we used to have. We just have fewer animals leaving. So
No.
that's the problem.
Wow. And it seems like because of that, you guys also have this pretty cool campaign. I love the title Share the Care.
Yep.
How did this get started and what's the main goal of it?
Yeah, that actually started up at Valley Humane up in Northern California in the Bay Area, and it became a national program that we love. And it really is talking to the community about help us out. You may not be ready to adopt, but maybe you can foster an animal for a couple weeks or a couple months. Maybe you can volunteer at an animal shelter. Obviously, we all need donations, and that's not just financial. We need towels and blankets and equipment and supplies. But really, I'll tell you, the number one thing that we would love from the communities that we are trying to help is to have them foster animals for us. Because, first of all, we're out of room, and nobody wants to go back to the issues of shelters 20 years ago when there
Mm.
was euthanasia for space. And none of us are going to have to do that. But we do have a real difficult time with the number of animals, especially dogs that we've got. So, fostering is a huge component of Share the Care.
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that because, yeah, I was going to ask you how people can help out animals with the shared care program. And so
Yep.
fostering is huge. It's a great way to help show these animals love and get them out of the shelters. And now that the holidays are approaching, do you normally see more pet adoptions around the holidays, or does it slow down this time of the year?
Well, this time of year it does slow down overall. The summer is the busy season. That's our NFL playoffs. That's our World Series all summer long. Normally, it really comes down this time of year into the holiday season. There's a small uptick of about 4 to 5% increased adoptions in December because of the holidays. And we used to say don't buy a pet as a gift. We don't say that anymore. Actually, there's studies out from the ASPCA and others that pets that are given as gifts really stay in their homes, stay with their families just as long, if not longer, than pets that people decide to get on their own. But the only thing I would say is, by all means, think about a pet as a gift over the holidays, but make sure the recipient is part
Yes.
of that process and that it's not a
Yes.
surprise.
Mm.
Unless you have kids who have been asking you for a puppy for 9 years, and you're finally going to get one for them. I don't think that's a risk at all. But
Aw.
definitely, pets over the holidays, wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Aw. And always get a friend. I always say adopt them in pairs.
Oh
Oh,
my
I love
God.
that. I love that.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely. Puppies, kittens, especially kittens, because that is your HBO. That is your cock streaming everything. To have two kittens that are together and growing up as best friends, that's your time to do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gary, talking about the best time to do it, like if you'd like to adopt a pet, and I believe from the San Diego Humane Society, what is the process?
We try to make it as easy as possible, and we're not different than a lot of progressive shelters throughout the United States. First of all, go online, see what pets we have online. They're all listed on there if they're available for adoption. Come down to visit if you want to do that as well. Our doors are wide open. We aren't doing it by appointment. We just ask the public to come in. But the best place to start is online, and bring your whole family into it. I think that's really it's the best bonding experience you can have. And honestly, there's nothing more fun than looking for your next best friend to come into your family. But online is the absolute best place to start.
Perfect.
Oh, and
Yeah,
you can
Quincy,
do
what are we
that.
going to get you? We're going to get you a couple new puppies.
You know what? My daughter wants one, and it's like we're still
There you
trying
go.
to figure out. Oh,
Perfect.
Quincy, just
Perfect
do
Christmas
it.
gift.
Now is the time of year to do it. I would have more than 4 cats if my husband would allow that. But everything, this is great info. And you can use this, obviously, if you're in San Diego or at any other location shelter across the country. And quickly, before we go, how can our viewers learn more about Share the Care?
Share the Care. We have it's on our website, join sharethecare.org, /sdhumane.org. And go and help your local shelter. The best thing you can do.
Thank you so much.
Again, Doc.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Well, Cheryl, from looking at how to adopt to looking at how Arizona is managing their water. It's very interesting. Stick around. We'll tell you more of next.